Agastya uvacha na grihnati vacha patyam kamakrodhadipiditaha hitang na rochate tasya mumurshoriva bheshajam. Agastya said, one who is seized by lust, greed, etc., does not receive well any healthy advice. The good advice meant for his welfare does not agree with him as medicine to a dying man. Madhye samudrang yanita Sītā daityena mayina ayasyati narashreshta sakatang tava samnidhim. O Prince among men, there is an ocean between you and Sītā, who has been carried away by the deceitful Rāvaṇa. How is it that you do not see it a very exacting task? Badhyante devata sarva dvari markata yutavat kingcha chamara dharinyo yasya sankti surangana. All the gods are bound hand and foot by Rāvaṇa, like a herd of monkeys at the gates. Moreover, he has celestial damsels serving him with fans, like slaves. Bhunkte triloki makilang ya Śambhu varadarpitaha nishkantakam tasya jaya katang tava bhavishyati. How can there be victory for you over Rāvaṇa, who, conceited by the boon granted by Śambhu, enjoys all the three worlds without so much as a single enemy? Indrajinnama putro yastasyasti shavarodhataha tasyagre sangare deva bahuvarang palayita. There is a son to him by the name of Indrajit, proud of the boon from Lord Śiva. The denizens of heaven have fled from many a battle against him. Kumbhakarna vayo brata yasyasti surasudanaha anyo divyastra sangyuktas chirajivi bibhishanaha. Then there is Ravana's brother by the name of Kumbhakarna, who is the slayer of the gods, and another brother called Vibhishana, who is long-lived and endowed with divine weapons. Durgang yasyasti lankakyang durjayang devadanavai chaturanga balang yasya vartate koti sankhyaya. Rāvaṇa has a fort called Lanka, which is invincible to both gods and demons, and he has an army of chariots, elephants, cavalry, and infantry of innumerable strength. Ekakina tvaya jaya sakatang ripanandana akankshate kare dhartung balaschandrama sangyata. O Prince, he must be conquered by you single-handedly. How could it be? It is like a child wanting to hold the moon in his palm. Tatatvam kama mohena jayantasya bhivanchasi. Similarly, you, deluded by lust, desire to defeat him. Namaste. So this is the beginning of the third chapter of Shiva Gita. In this chapter, Agastya gives Rama the secret, really, of how to get rid of his lamentation. Now, we are all suffering from lamentation. The material world is basically a tragedy, a disaster, a big mess, and we all have to live in this mess.
and suffer. So Rama's case is an extreme one, but we're really all in the same boat. And Rama just becomes the symbol for the human condition in general. So the remedies given by Agastya work for him, and they'll also work for us. So the first thing Agastya says is, good advice is mostly wasted on people who don't implement it. And we find this to be very true in our work with the videos, that people watch the videos basically for entertainment. They don't really have any intention of putting the information into practice. Or maybe they watch it in a skeptical way and don't really believe what we're saying because it seems so far out and mystical and stuff. But I want to tell you, if you live according to these precepts, if you do the ceremonies recommended, you will get the same result, which is what? Shiva will appear to you. You will make friends with him and ultimately merge with him and become of the same quality with Shiva. And ultimately, you will merge back into Brahman and get complete liberation. It may not happen, right away. In fact, it may take a long time to clear all the contaminations and misunderstandings and also evil tendencies and so on from your mind. But the sadhana given in this book works. I've done it. I got the result. And it's all true. So, if you want to end your suffering, if you really want to end your suffering, you should follow these instructions. You should do these things that Agastya is going to present in this chapter. The Viraja vow, the Pashupati sadhana. And this will give the exact result that is given by Agastya. That Shiva will appear to you and you'll get everything you want and more, because you get Shiva himself. And Shiva's world is one where there are no problems. So you can go there. You can actually enter into his world. You can even become like him or actually become him. These are all different types of liberation. And we'll be going through this as we go through the chapter in great detail. So the first thing is that you should really take this advice seriously and follow the instructions so that you get the result. Don't waste your time. Join the Patreon. We have a discussion group where you can ask any questions, and I'm here to support you to follow these instructions. But because it takes up a lot of my time, I need some compensation. That's why it costs something to join the Patreon. But you will get much more in return for your small efforts and contribution. So now he's saying to Rama, look at what's in front of you. Look at what's confronting you. There is an ocean between you and your enemy who has captured your wife. And Rama thinks that if I can't rescue her, then I should die in the battle. I don't mind. That's the honorable thing to do. That's the noble thing to do. That's what a warrior should do. So we're in the same position. We are confronted by this enemy, this great enemy of Kali Yuga. And it's like an ocean. We can't even say exactly what is causing it or who is behind it all, because the cause is invisible. It's time. Because of the passing of time, the human society degenerates over a very long period of time, from Satya Yuga to Dwapara to Treta to Kali. So in this Kali Yuga, people have very short lives, only 100 years at most, and they are deluded by material things and lost their spiritual knowledge, even though everybody is Brahman. And actually, if we simply remember that, we get back all of our knowledge and powers. But because people are so covered over, they believe the lies of material existence. And they don't believe the instructions of the scriptures and the wise people. And so they don't perform the sadhana that leads to the cessation of suffering. Duh. Don't be stupid. Do what it tells you, and you'll get the result. So Agastya is saying even the gods, the devas, like even up to Vishnu, can't do anything about this Ravana. And neither can we do anything about the Kali Yuga. It's going to happen, no matter what we do. And if we take up some cause and, like environmentalism or this ism or that ism, and demonstrate and, do all kinds of nonsense to try to fight for our cause, the only thing is we are going to be defeated. Because Kali Yuga is happening. And even the gods can't do anything about it. They don't like it, neither do we. But we have to deal with it. And the best way to deal with it is by intense sadhana to Shiva. And that will bring the result that we actually desire. Even though Ravana has brothers and sons and a huge army and everything like that, Rama can defeat them if he gets the Pashupati weapon. You see, back in these days, there were divine weapons available to humans who qualified for them. And of course, Rama was eminently qualified, being a portion of Vishnu. So we can also become qualified. And the way we become qualified is by self-realization, purification, performance of sadhana. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say this. Doing the work, doing the yajna, the sacrifice, that purifies us of the material contamination. And when that is complete, we get all these powers, including the power to destroy the entire material creation. How? By merging with Shiva. In the state of samadhi, there is no universe. There is no body, no mind, no senses, no suffering. But to reach this state, we have to remove all of the coverings that keep us from our real knowledge. This is the activity or the purpose of sadhana. Sadhana means neti, getting rid of all of these coverings, getting rid of all the ignorance that keeps us from our actual position. Aham brahmasmi, I am Brahman alone. And so then what happens? We'll get into this in the next episode, where Agastya tells Rama the method of initiation and begins the process of giving him the solution to all the problems of life. Aum Tat Sat. Aum Shakti Aum. Aum Namah Shivaya.